Hey everybody, Explore with Teo here. I am at Universal Studios, Florida. I've been wanting to come here for a long time. I think for me personally, it's been about 10, 11 years to this park, but I'm so excited to be back here. There's so much I have not seen since they've built a lot of stuff in those years that I've been gone, but Diagon Alley is one of them, and a couple other rides here that we plan on getting on here. But yeah, I'm excited, you guys. Hopefully this is a taste of things to come. I can come down here to Florida. I'm starting to travel a lot more, do more things, and I'm glad you guys are here with me. Let's go check it out. Yes, I have returned. Universal Studios, Florida. See in the background through the arches in the middle, the grand archway. Rip Ride Rocket is about to be gone soon. Hopefully being replaced by something more amazing and more awesome. Maybe a Ghostbusters ride, maybe Back to the Future ride. That's the rumors I've been hearing. I don't know. As you hear the Back to the Future soundtrack in the back. In 2001, I stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel with my mom and my sisters. We met family down here and used to be able to just walk through those gates there. I think that was back in the day, was kind of like a new test that they were expanding into the parks, where you could use your key card as an express pass to just jump on any ride. And I would walk from here at nighttime, and I would sometimes just go and get on rides by myself. You could just go right to the park. And that's also when Islands of Adventure, which is way further down that way, had just opened. Like, I think it was only open for 2 years. But I'm gonna get started, you guys. I'm gonna try to line up some shots also too. I got some photos that I have from when I was a kid, and I can kind of try to go through memory lane a little bit and explain to you guys what used to be here. There's a lot that's changed. I have not walked down this street in 11 years, you guys. 11 years. Now, when I walked down this street, if I remember, that Minion Mayhem wasn't there. Nothing was there. Just purely just open space. I think they had this building up here to the right, which used to be Shrek, and I think now it's called Villain Con or something like that. They also have Despicable Me Minion Mayhem in Los Angeles. Well, in Studio City at Universal Studios Hollywood. I've been on that several times. I definitely will be getting on it for this little guy here. Then they got the Wicked store, which we might stop in there and check it out. I have not seen that. This is all new stuff to me. I know some of you YouTubers out there that come here every single day know all about this, but for me, this is all kind of new stuff for me. So, oh, a bird almost took my head off there. Yes, I think if I remember correctly, you go down this way here, and this is where Universal Studios, Nickelodeon Studios was at. This is where I remember going as a kid. You'd walk right over here, and there'd be a big fountain right out there, and they had a Eureka's Castle kind of like a cutout that you could take pictures with. But believe it or not, walking back here is where Universal had their Nickelodeon Studios at. They filmed all the amazing shows out here. I don't know if they filmed Guts out here. I think they did. But also Double Dare and a lot of other shows. A lot of other shows. But yep, back here, off here to the left, you used to be able to walk through here if I remember back in the day. They got closed off. Off here to the left, and here is where they had the fountain. See if I can walk up on that a little bit. Yep, right there. Right in front of me. Sorry about that. Here's where Nickelodeon Studios was, and over here was the Gag Fountain. And if I remember correctly, get my camera out of those gates, they used to have a dedication like right around here. I don't know where it was. It was a time capsule. It said don't open until 2042, I think. 2042. You guys might be able to help me out with that, but I'm pretty sure they had a Nickelodeon time capsule built into the ground, and God willing, when they open that up, I would like to be here for that on that day. But until then, let's continue on. All right, well, we're just gonna keep walking because I want to go to Diagon Alley. I have not seen that since I've been here 11 years ago. They were just starting it. They were just starting to build it, and they were building the Hogwarts Express train that goes from park to park. They were just building that too when I was here last time. When I was here, I think 2013, 2014 was at the height of The Walking Dead, and I came here for Halloween Horror Nights, and it was amazing. They had thousands upon thousands of zombie actors and music cranked to the max out here for Halloween Horror Nights. One of these years, I'm gonna have to come out here, a couple of my buddies, and we'll have to get on the Halloween Horror Nights here in Florida. Okay, now here to the left, they usually have like a concert venue. I think it's during Mardi Gras, but this area used to be where they would put the old Hollywood props from the movies right here. And up on that wall up there, if I remember correctly, there used to be a real Ghostbusters billboard right up on this wall up here. I think they had like Jaws billboard, Ghostbusters billboard. They had some billboards up here too. But right here, I'll show you a picture from back in the day. This is where they used to have all their props from the Hollywood movies. I think they even had the Bruce Jaws from the actual movie. I'll show you the picture there though. Oh, Rip Ride Rocket. What will you become? I actually like this ride. I enjoyed it quite thoroughly, but you know, I think one of the things is it's kind of dated. It needs to be replaced with something more exciting, especially with all the themed lands coming with Epic Universe. They got all the Minions dedicated area here, which is really cool. I know it's probably replaced some old stuff that probably I would remember from back in the day, but it's about the kids and it's about progress. And then here, the Tonight Shop, the Jimmy Fallon ride, used to be Twister, if I remember correctly. It used to be the Twister ride. And they've changed it to this, and I know a lot of people do not like this ride, and I can only understand why. Not very many people are fans of Jimmy Fallon, which is fine, but I think that's probably why. It's of all the IPs they could choose from, they chose Jimmy Fallon. I don't know why. All right, my son is in dire need of popcorn, so I left them over by the popcorn stand behind me, but I'm gonna walk down here and get a glimpse of what they've changed. I do not remember this being here. But yes, this used to be the Twister ride, pretty sure. They've got some of the old facades from Superman, the Metropolis Tribune. I don't even know if that was used in the movie. Was it used in the movie? I don't know. You guys can put some information down in the comments, you guys. I do not remember if this building was used in the movie or not. I wonder if Clark Kent's name's up there. I've never actually really looked at the windows and paid attention to that. It's pretty awesome. All right, now right here is a memory for me because this used to be the Ghostbusters Firehouse and the Ghostbusters ride. And I'm pretty sure they closed that in the 2000s, maybe. I'm not quite sure on the exact time they closed down the movie, ride, but I remember when I was a kid You'd hear the Ghostbusters theme and screams coming out of this building right here. I was way too scared to go into that show. And I regret that. Now that I'm an adult, I wish that I went on that experience knowing what I know now. I've actually seen a couple videos uploaded to YouTube where it was just kind of a sit-down 3D experience. And but I was just too scared at that age. But yes, the Ghostbuster sign used to hang right out front, if my memory serves me correctly, where that concrete fill-in is right here. I'm pretty sure that's where the Ghostbuster sign used to be. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% right, but I feel like that's where it was. I'm gonna walk over here because I remember taking a photo of this too. I'll try to line up some shots again. Like I said, all this stuff has been here. Now, okay, now check this out. You see this here? Was this always like this, you guys? Or was there actually a facade like this building here, the Guggenheim? I could have sworn it was like an actual building. Like an actual solid building. Now here's the New York Public Library. If you guys watch Ghostbusters, you guys would know. And was this even filmed? Used? Was this screen used? Was this used from the movies? I don't know. Do you guys know? I could just, in my mind, picture the Ghostbusters running in to save the day. Well, actually, I take that back. Louis Tully thinking that he saved the day by shooting the slime outside of the building. That was a good movie, if you guys have watched it. You know, I think for me, you guys, this is like super nostalgic. I love the fact that I can come back to places like this and have all these great memories. Now, last time I was here as a child, I was with my dad. I was 7 years old. He passed away since I was last year as a child. I've been here several times since then, but oh, there goes Revamped Rocket. Back in service. They shut it down because of the rain. But yeah, man, it brings back so many memories. You know, being 7 years old and now I got 2 kids of my own. It's a very emotional time being back here with my family, knowing the last time I was here with my family and I was the kid, how much has changed. Progress is always good though. Life goes on. I feel like this street right here, which I guess they call Park Avenue, I've never seen anybody on this street. There's this one random guy walking here, but I feel like a lot of times this is such an underutilized area of the park. I'm sure they keep it, you know, kind of intact for maybe filming and things like that. Just realized there's a doggy up in that window. Oh, poodle. But yeah, I don't know why they don't do something with this. Maybe put some food stands or something. This seems very, just like I said, underutilized. Every time I've ever actually come to this park, even though it's been 11 years since I've been here, it's hardly ever busy. Revenge of the Mummy over there, I will definitely be jumping on that. But yeah, you ever been here to Orlando and know why that is? Give me a shout out in the comments. I'm pretty sure the Universal Monsters stand used to be here. Also, maybe I'm mistaken. I feel like there was like a big Universal Monsters statue with a building here. Used to be able to get snacks and stuff. Again, if you guys remember that too, sound off in the comments if I'm mistaken or if I'm right or wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what was here. And I can hear the Blues Brothers from here. Ever since I was a kid, they've been doing this show where the Blues Brothers come romping around the corner in their police car with the speaker strapped on top. My dad, God rest his soul, used to love when they would do that. That was his favorite thing to see. And they still do this. Can't believe they still do this. That's so awesome. But there's the Mummy. Probably gonna try to get on this at least once. Finnegan's Bar and Grill. All of this looks so very familiar. I'm pretty sure up here it used to say Paramount. Not Paradise, but Paramount. And here is Revenge of the Mummy, one of my favorite roller coasters. Oh man, look at this. Blues Brothers, man, never get old. Here's their car over here. They still got the same car romping around Universal Studios. There they are right there, yeah. King's Cross, they were just building this when I was last year, and now it's 100% finished. Isn't that something? Again, I have not seen Diagon Alley or any of this finished. And look at that. This has got the feeling of London already. Got Wyndham's over there, the triple-decker bus. Look at that. They did a really good job with this area. All right, walking down here. This new area that I have not explored. This is awesome. This is so sick. Look at that. Triple-decker bus. It's a talking head. Nice. The curiosity's got the better of me. We're gonna go inside. I think I might have an idea what's in here. But I've never been in here. So I'm very curious. Very, very curious indeed. What's in here? What awaits us? Let's find out. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. What is this? Diagon Alley, guys. Finally. Diagon Alley. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is insane. Wow. Wow. They got wands over there. The leaky cauldron. I am blown away, guys. Literally blown away. Oh, look at that. Whoa, look up. Look up there. Whoa. That is so sick. Green Gods. Oh my gosh. You guys, I cannot contain myself right now. Wow. You guys. I mean, I know you guys might be not as excited as I am, but this is insane. And here is Escape from Gringotts. They even got the gold statue out front here. That is so cool. Man, they did a good job with this. Going through single riders. Check out this queue line. Oh my gosh. That is so sick. I'm checking it out from the side. This is majestic and beautiful. So sweet. But yeah, I'm going through single riders because if you're a parent and you've got kids, this is what you got to do, unfortunately. They do have a child swap option that I'm going to try and do. When I get off the ride, you can ask the person for a child swap ticket. And at that point, the other parent can go in. And I think they either go through the express line pass or the exit. But I will find out for you guys. Getting a nice little preview here of what the ride will be like. They're saying it's a pretty extreme ride, but I'm testing it before sending my better half on this ride to see if she can handle it. All right, guys, getting very close. You can see the carts. See the stalactites hanging from the ceiling. If you remember back in high school, or maybe even middle school, you remember the difference between stalactites and stalagmites, how they told you? If you remember that, put it in the comments. There it is. Everybody's all geared up with their glasses, getting ready to go. I'd say I probably waited in line for about 20-25 minutes total. Single riders line. It's really the way to go. Like I said, if you've got kids or you're with a big group and you don't want to wait in a huge long line, if you can stand being separate from your party, single riders is the way. Oh my God, you guys. I can't explain how awesome these rides are. Universal just keeps getting better and better and better at everything they do. I mean, I don't dislike Disney, but they're doing stuff Disney's not doing right now. I mean, wow, you guys. If you are a huge Harry Potter fan, this is an awesome ride. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and get something to eat. But oh my gosh, Diagon Alley. So glad I got to see it. All right, we're leaving. And just like that, we're back. We're building something here. If I remember, that used to be an old part of the Jaws ride, maybe in the background. It's one of the old Amityville buildings. Gonna get on ET. But man, let's talk about Simpsons Land. I feel like they got to get rid of this and maybe put like a Pokemon Land or something. First time I ever rode Back to the Future was here. I think it was only open for like maybe a couple months when I rode it. And this is what it's become. Maybe they'll make something cool out of this. Part of me just does not want it to exist. One of these days. Oh, rain's coming. Oh, that's great. All right, guys, this is it. Get to take my son on the ET ride. I've been looking forward to this the whole trip, man. My first ride, really at Universal, was ET. I begged my parents to get on this ride. Begged them. So we went straight here.
Did you love it, did you?
I think they just refurbished it, from what I remember. Been hearing rumors that they refurbished it into DreamWorks Land, I think is what they've turned it into. It used to have Barney and some other characters here. All right, here we go. All right, man, back in ET land. Back in it, man. Cairo's first roller coaster, man. Hey. He's ready, man. How did you feel about your first roller coaster?
Good.
What did you think?
So cool.
Were you scared?
No.
Do you think if any other kids wanted to get on the roller coaster, you think that they should? Yeah, it's not that bad, huh? Okay, good job, man. Check this out, the makeup show, man. It's been here for years and years and years. This is like the Hollywood area, even though we live in Los Angeles, very close to Hollywood. This is kind of like their take on Pantages, or Pantages, whatever you want to say. I butcher it every time. Then over here, they've got the Transformers ride, which is almost an exact copy of the Universal Studios Hollywood. And straight ahead used to be the most amazing live action show. Used to be Terminator. Now it's Bourne. It's boring. But no, it's actually pretty good. All right, one last look at Hollywood area before I head out. T2, it's been real. I always feel like that area just doesn't get a lot of love. You got the Wicked Tribute Shop. You can do so much more with this space. Can't believe this is it, you guys. Heard rumors about what's going to replace it, but for me, I remember its first day when it was announced and how awesome this ride was, how extreme it was, and I'm just glad I'm getting to ride it one last time. Let's go do it. All right, you guys, it's going to end the vlog. I actually did not end up getting on Rip Ride Rocket. The single rider's lane was taking way too long. I mean, going through the metal detector, I waited probably for 25-30 minutes, no movement at all. I don't know what's going on with that Universal. I don't know if it's just because, you know, this is the last night or the last couple of months or whatever, but man, that line was not moving. I was not with that at all. So I got my kids and my girlfriend out here waiting, so I was like, nope, I gotta go. So that's it for Universal Studios. I had a great time today, got on a lot of rides that never got to get on today, but I'm so excited of the future of what's going to happen with Universal Studios, especially Rip Ride Rocket and in other areas of Universal Studios. So until then, I'll see you guys later.